Hey guys. Um, so tonight we're gonna do. Let's see how many people we got on. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late about that. It's probably gonna confuse a lot of people. I kind of wondered how many people would came here at 6 and then left and thought there wasn't gonna be a show or something. It's my fault. I have, or like I had told you guys last week, I have finals right now, and just, everything's been just really insane. So um, I got a late start tonight getting ready. But let's see. We're at 14. Cool. Hey guys. Awesome. So people basically what you guys do, I guess, is that you see what time I put up and then you come back. Uh, at least I hope so. That's what you're doing. So everybody doing good? Yeah, this is one of my favorite parts of the week is going all week and then we all get to kind of talk and stuff. So um, so basically we're gonna do something a little different tonight. Um, more or less because the NFL has decided that they're not going to talk about football anymore for a while, I guess, and the um, all the talk shows and stuff that we usually make fun of, they don't talk about football anymore either, at least for the time being. So there's not really a whole lot to even really talk about. So what we're going to do is um, I'm going to just, you guys are going to communicate with me through the chat, and if you want me to answer any questions, if you had any questions or want my opinion on something or anything like that, we're just going to do that for a few minutes. And then after that, I have a game ready for you guys. I will be hosting tonight, so I'll be the one asking the questions. But it's different this time, just a little bit. It's very simple as far as keeping score and stuff. It's just a straight up, I ask the question, you answer it. But they're going to be based on quarterbacks. And I'm going to tell you what quarterback you can choose, and then you can tell me, and then that question will be about that quarterback. So I hope you know your QBs, or at least the recent ones, and a few, maybe an older one, but it should be pretty fun. So. Yeah, I heard about Adam Rank. He's an idiot, dude. Seriously. I mean, he's the NFL Network's version of Nick Wright. Okay. He lives in fantasy land. You know, it's just, yeah. Okay, let's see. Our first question is from Dave98. He asks, is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer? In my opinion, no, not yet. Could he be? One day. He's going to have to win something. So, I mean, the only way you get into the Hall of Fame, or the only way you're supposed to get into the Hall of Fame, as a quarterback without a Super Bowl, you know, you're going to have to do some really impressive stuff. And he does have an MVP, and he does have the stats and some good stats and stuff, but he's not Dan Marino. To be honest with you, I don't even think that Dan Fouts should be in the Hall of Fame, but we all know that my Hall of Fame is way different than what everybody else is. But even with the considerations of what they have right now, I don't think Matt Ryan's there yet. The Chiefs are going 10-6. Highly doubtful. Who is their threat? Who's the big threat in the AFC that is going to make the Chiefs go 10-6? I mean, okay, of course they've got 4 games that are out of conference games, but I don't know. There's no big bad boogeyman on the block anymore in the AFC right now. Now, I have some teams that I think it could be, but there's no guarantee there. Honestly, I can't even remember what I had the Chiefs as, because when I did my ranking, I did it game by game, and it was all based on just very basic knowledge of what happened last year and what we know right now. And it's too early to kind of even do those things. And of course, I mentioned the as much when I did it, but people seemed to really take it seriously and got all pissed off and angry if I didn't make sure their team was the best. Apparently, no fan thinks that their team is going to be the team that's going to suck. Well, some teams are going to suck, and it's going to be probably the most likely ones, like Cincinnati's going to suck and teams like that. I think the Raiders are going to suck again. Just because they got a fancy new stadium that looks like a really high-tech toilet doesn't mean that they're all of a sudden going to be better. They're just going to suck just in the desert instead of in San Francisco. So, or the Bay Area. See, Addie knows what's up. See? Addie, my team is going to suck. Thank you, Addie. But don't forget, Addie, we are going to do a seance. We're going to fix that for you. Okay? We're going to try to appeal to the football gods and see if they'll help you out. Do I want to talk about Chris Sims' list? Okay, at this point, he's got to be doing stuff on purpose. Can anyone tell me why Taysom Hill is anywhere near a quarterback's list? Can anyone explain that? That is a legitimate, that's not rhetorical. That is a legitimate question. Why did Chris Sims put Taysom Hill not only on his top 40 quarterbacks, but he was ahead of like 4, I think, that I saw? What is happening? Okay? Taysom Hill is such a regular starting quarterback that the Saints went out and signed Jameis Winston as their backup. That's how, it's just unbelievable. Taysom Hill is known for doing some cool stuff in a game. Do you know why he's known for those things? Because it's stuff people don't expect. It's stuff that is trickery and things, and little gadget plays and stuff. It works because he's being used in a unique way, because that's his skill set. Not because he's a full-time quarterback. If he was, he would be the backup right now. So, That's a good point, Will. Jameis Winston has thrown more passes to Saints players than Taysom Hill has. So, Donnie says, Chris Sims list. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers. Number 2, Aaron Rodgers. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers. Number 4, Patrick Mahomes. Number 36, Tom Brady. I would believe that. Yeah, actually, that's true, Dennerling. James Winston, I thought he probably has more touchdown passes to Saints players. So that is more pick sixes than Taysom Hill has touchdown passes. Milena, let me know if I missed anybody. Huh? You're still doing that? Fantastic. Let's see. Should Eli be a Hall of Famer? No. I mean, but okay. Here's the problem with the Hall of Fame, guys. I know we've talked about it before, but since I've got 2 different questions about the Hall of Fame. The problem with the Hall of Fame is, one, you got one group of people that says, well, he should be in the Hall of Fame because so and so got in, and those people scare me because they're basically saying that they're going to continue to lower the standard and devalue it just because some guys squeaked in some other era. That's their logic. That kind of thinking is frightening. But that's that one group that thinks that way. The other group is the group that loves statistics above all else, even if the statistics and their context don't really match. And what I mean by that is, for example, a statistic where Jameis Winston throws for over 5,000 yards. Without context, you would think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. When you add the context, you laugh your ass off. That's the difference. Now, there are those guys that will take tons of those statistics and go, oh my God, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. He's definitely. Look at his numbers. Look, his numbers are incredible. And they put him in. So that's a problem. Then there's the other group that votes guys in based off of emotion. And that is how Joe Namath got into the Hall of Fame. Joe Namath got in the Hall of Fame because everyone was all like, oh, he's Joe. Hey, Joe Willie Namath. I mean, this guy, he plays quarterback in a fur coat, and he's got bitches and stuff. And, he did a lot for the game because they won, and they won the Super Bowl in Super Bowl III. And that helped the merging. But as a quarterback on his own merit, he is not a Hall of Famer, but he's in. So there's those guys. And those type of guys, the emotional ones, those are the ones that will put Eli in. Not because he won 2 Super Bowls and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. That's not why they're putting him in. They're going to put him in because he beat the Patriots. That's it. That's the only reason. Okay? So yes, based on those different groups of complete morons, he'll get in. So whether I like it, whether anyone likes it, ain't going to change anything. The moment that we start installing other Hall of Famers as the voters, and maybe even fans, a mixture of some sort. I'm not saying how much percentage each one should be, but we need to remove the journalists, the sports writers. Their bias is incredibly bad. I mean, they're the worst. They're worse than fans are. Have you ever done a fan vote and saw like anytime the NFL does a fan vote of greatest this, greatest that, greatest Super Bowl, greatest quarterback, whatever, okay? The fan votes end up being more accurate than when the journalists have a list that they make. And all the fans are looking at the journalist list like, dude, what the hell are you smoking? How did you come up with that? But when the fans vote, it's like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, Brady, Montana, Peyton, it's just like a list that everyone pretty much agrees on. Makes sense. And then some journalists will come around and just make this most idiotic list you've ever seen in your life. And that's who the people are who are voting for the Hall of Fame. And that right there should probably just delegitimize it for a long time. Let's start the Von Allen Sports Hall of Fame. Let's rent a building. Of course, it's going to have to be a building in a very, very crappy part of town that no one cares about. Probably an abandoned horse barn. And we'll put a sign up that says the Von Allen Hall of Fame, and see what we can do with that. That sound good? At least our Hall of Fame will be more honest and okay. There are some cats outside who apparently don't agree with what I'm saying. Interesting. Wait. What are they doing? Okay. Melena, tell them to stop fighting. Throw them some food down or something.
Okay.
Can I tell them what you made?
No.
Why not? But it's funny. But yeah, we could really do with a new Hall of Fame or them to change it or something. Now, we can probably only afford like little name engravings, and put them on the walls, but at least it'd be more accurate. So that's all I was saying. Chris Moss has the Saints. Wait. He has the Ravens over Saints. Omar, you said you saw Emulator. Oh, cool. Did you like it? I don't remember if I told you, but I did the music of that for that movie. Matthew Hawley, yeah, Chris Sims. He's I mean, if there's anybody, he was supposed to be this great player in college, I believe, or I was told that he was supposed to be like a big deal, and wow, did he just not live up to anything. The Hollow, very good. Yes, Dennerly, that's exactly what it is. Luke, I was going to say something about Chris's Super Bowl typo where he said Super Bowl perdition, and I swear to you, I was going to say that's a pretty good typo there, because that would be a Super Bowl perdition. But you got to it first. Nice job. Do I think the Pats will suck? Tyrus? Well, suck. What does that mean? I'm expecting 8-8, something like that. Nothing great, nothing too bad, nothing terrible, just kind of, Interesting question. Would Eli get in if he wasn't a Giant? No. No. Because if he wasn't a Giant, he never would have beaten the Patriots. So all of that, everything that Eli is based off of who he defeated. And while I understand the argument, okay, I do get it. I can only give him that kind of credit for one, where he helped defeat a perfect, I think, the best team in NFL history. So that one you could probably put in his argument, but 11, that's just a Super Bowl win. The Giants were the better team, in my opinion. They were the better team going into that game. We're talking about Tom Brady Patriots team that Tom drugged to the Super Bowl because that defense was garbage. But they'll give as much power and prestige to his second Super Bowl against the Patriots as they do the first one, which I think makes no sense. But the biggest point here is that in both cases, it was the defense that won. So, I mean, I don't go around saying Tom Brady won Super Bowl 53. I mean, how delusional is that? Everybody knows the Patriots defense was the MVP of that game, hands down. You know, I don't go around pretending that Tom Brady should have got it. You know, how delusional is that? That's just... But they're going to make that argument for Eli when it shouldn't be that way. Eli virtually had nothing to do with that Super Bowl victory in Super Bowl 42. I mean, let me put it this way. Eli did the bare minimum that you could possibly do to win a game in that Super Bowl. Literally, Trent Dilfer could have done that and did do that. Trent Dilfer did the bare minimum and won the Baltimore Ravens the Super Bowl. And they're giving credit to Eli for that. Hell, I can't even give him credit for the pass to Plaxico Burress because that was a blown assignment on the defense. That was a they were arguing over it or something like that. But let's see. Some Saints fans think. Who? They think Michael Thomas is the GOAT. Well, he's the GOAT of betraying people who made him multi rich. I can tell you that. If that's what you're talking about, he's the GOAT, sure. Tyree Vaughn, he says, I think Eli could be there, but some players with 2 rings that aren't. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm saying. So based on what we know as the Hall of Fame as it is, and what we know how they think, yes, Eli will get in. But he would never get in for me. I just don't think he's done enough. He's not. It's not like he's paired up, those 2 Super Bowl MVPs with good quarterback play in the seasons and down the stretches. He's had 2 breakout years where the defense was just incredible. But around that, for the most part, they've been mediocre garbage. That just doesn't work for me. There's a better argument for Ben Roethlisberger over Eli Manning. And Ben's got 2 Super Bowls, but he didn't even get Super Bowl MVP for either of them. And I would still argue for Ben over Eli. Why? Because Ben has regular season stats. He has a great wins-loss record. Those Steelers teams are always usually competing unless it's like a freak year or something. And he's been to 3 Super Bowls, not just 2. So, give it to Ben before you give it to Eli. Christ's sake. But he's gonna get in no matter what. So, yeah, Tyree, that defense was amazing. Oh, we have a super chat. No, that's what I'm saying. Addy, $5 super chat, the first one of the night. He says, if I was an NFL player, I'd be the first ever undrafted free agent bust. Addy, you don't have to down yourself. I mean, your team already does that for you. So, come on, Addy. Addy, you're gonna have to come to the Vaughn Allen Sports to get together this season, at the end this year. Omar says, for Pats fans, sucks means 10-6. Okay, well, if that's what that means, then yes, they're gonna suck. Yeah, Jake, that is interesting. Jason Pierre-Paul went from beating Brady in a Super Bowl to playing with him. Yeah. Dave 98 says Justin Tuck should have had or should have got the MVP for Super Bowl 42. Yeah, I would have been fine with anybody on that defensive line, basically. Jake Saunders says the last time the Steelers had a losing record was 2003. Okay, that's what I thought, because I knew that when Mike Tomlin came in, the Steelers have always been pretty good. I know that they've never had, I mean, like they had that atrocious season for their standards last year, but it still wasn't a losing year. So I know that Ben has got the credibility and the resume that is a better argument over Eli. In fact, Ben is one of the categories tonight on tonight's quiz show. Oh, by the way, guys, I do need contestants. So just to save time, if you're going to be a contestant, just go ahead right now and get ready to call in. So have your Skype open, have everything prepared. So there's not like 20 minutes in between waiting to get the game started. I'm not playing tonight. I'm asking the questions. I'm just saying that again because I know some people just got on. But so you're not going up against me tonight. You're going to answer my questions. Yeah, Dan Arlene, 10-6 would mean playoffs. Any scenario where the Pats play in the postseason is great this upcoming season. Yeah, 10-6 would get you probably in the playoffs because of the participation trophy, 7th seed, where everyone's a winner. Yep. It would. 10-6 can get you in the playoffs even without that. But definitely you'll get in if you go 10-6. $10 super chat from Daniel. See it twice. Thank you, man. He said, the sad truth is that Joe Namath making the Hall of Fame was the worst thing that ever happened to it. It lowered the standard far too much. He's absolutely correct, you know. And the thing is I don't have anything against Joe Namath. I like him. I think he's cool. I think he's a great dude. And he did do a lot for the game. But it wasn't just him. You know, it's just, there's a lot of people who contributed. A lot of other teams, and they had other stars. Joe Namath, they make it sound like Joe Namath was the only one. But, and I know he made it cool to be in the AFL and all that. But if you're getting him in the NFL, and if you're getting him in the Hall of Fame based on those things, then that is an honorary award. That's a contributor award, which is a different part of the Hall of Fame. That would be a contributor award, like when they gave it to Jerry Jones, for example. That's a contributor to the league type of crap. And that's not the same thing. But no, Namath is on the same wall with the same guys like Joe Montana. And that's to me, that's just gross. So I mean, this ain't personal. I mean, personal ain't got nothing to do with it. It's about football. Will Road asked me, do I think that Big Ben is going to have a comeback season? I think not only is Big Ben going to have a comeback season, just remember this. He is my dark horse for MVP. Okay? And just for the record, I want to make this clear. When I say dark horse for MVP, that means I'm not saying he's going to be MVP. I'm saying that of the people who aren't expected or no one's looking at, he is my choice of that group. So the only thing that worries me about Ben in that regard is, why did his arm do what it did? Why did he injure himself like that? So doing something so routine. There's, your arm, your body just doesn't do that for no reason. So whatever he was doing, whatever workout he might have been doing, it's all wrong. And whether he fixed that or not, or identified it, who knows? So people are stubborn. They don't like to admit when they did something wrong, and they don't like to go off of their routine. So I have no idea if Ben has fixed those things. But I'm assuming he did. I'm going to assume that someone told him. So, but you never know. Ben is a strange quarterback. He's a guy who, he can have just the worst game ever, and then the next week he can throw some passes that you're just like, what the hell? How did he do that? How did he even see that? Or how did he get away? He was sacked, and he's a weird player like that. But as he got older, you can tell he started getting smarter with the ball. And I think that him missing last year and now him coming back, I think he's going to be mentally on a mission. I think he's going to listen. These elite quarterbacks who are Hall of Fame quarterbacks or on their way to being one, these type of guys, when they get older, they become dangerous, a lot of them, because they start to realize that physically they need to make up for things, but they start using their wisdom, their experience, everything that they've learned, and they start putting that into their game, more so than anything else that they did before. A perfect example of that would be Brett Favre. Brett Favre was never a better player than when he played for the Minnesota Vikings, in my opinion. I mean, he took the Brett Favre improvisation, the Brett Favre physicality of how he throws the ball and how hard he can throw. He took all that, but mixed it with taking care of the football, making the right reads, not throwing it into traffic except for the NFC Championship game. But for the most part, he completely figured it out and realized that. So imagine if Brett had done those things 10 years before. My God, it'd be scary how good he would have. Hell, he might have a lot of Super Bowls. We might be talking about him in the GOAT conversation right now. So these guys, when they get older, watch out. And that's what I'm saying about Tom too, man. I mean, come on. You just gave Tom Brady, okay, some of the best talent in the whole league on offense. You gave this to a guy who already has seen every defensive coverage you could possibly give him. And even if it's some kind of new, innovative thing that he's never seen before, by the second quarter, he's going to figure it out. Okay? So you're screwed anyway. By the third quarter, he's had a whole halftime to look at it. So this is who you're giving this stuff to, who you're putting by. We're talking about a guy in his 40s who helped the Patriots go 12-4 with the worst offense we've ever seen on the Patriots in the Bill Belichick Brady era. And now you're giving him these weapons? Really? And you want people wonder if he's going to be any good? Are you freaking kidding me? If he's not top 5, I am going to be utterly shocked. Okay? That's what I'm saying. And you're going to see a lot of these guys get better. I can't stand the dude, but Aaron Rodgers, he's going to have a renaissance at some point. He's going to have a time, probably not even with Green Bay, okay? But there's going to be a time where Aaron is on another team, and he's going to be like 39, whatever, 40, and he's going to want to prove it, and he's going to start, figuring it, like realizing I'm just going to do it this way and this is the best way. And it's going to be scary. It's going to be bad for the league. Everybody else. These kind of quarterbacks do this stuff, man. The great ones do. Hell, if Peyton Manning, if he didn't have that injury, dude, he was tearing just a year before, just one season before that his injury really took hold on him. He was still tearing it up. So. Wait, what? Oh, $2 super chat from Israel. Thank you, Israel. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Jalen says, great moments and predicting the Super Bowl winner when you are biggest underdog ever makes you deserving of Hall of Fame. Again, Jalen, what you're talking about is as a honorary award or contributor or something along those lines, but that has nothing to do. And here's the thing about Joe Namath. He didn't even really guarantee, like Joe Namath didn't say, we're going to win. I guarantee it. He actually kind of said it kind of joking. Like he even admitted that he was drinking, and he was just kind of like, yeah, you know what? I bet we're going to win, or, kind of in that way. And this is not my opinion. This comes from him. So that's a bit overrated, I think, that whole guaranteeing that they're going to win. So, but like I said, it is a big victory, and it's very important to NFL history as a whole. So, Will Rhodes says Big Ben is 37. He's going to have to work hard to come back to his 2018 form. That's exactly what I'm talking about. He knows that physically he can't just get away, and he's going to have trouble powering himself over people. Now he's going to have to start being smart with the ball and reading the defenses better and stuff. And I guarantee you, all since he got injured last year, he's been studying his ass off. I guarantee you. So he's just going to shift it. Rely less on physical and go to the mental. And when they got this kind of experience, they've seen just about anything. So, well, I mean, Ben too. What are you going to throw at Ben that he's probably not seen before? We're also talking about a guy who played in the AFC and collided with Bill Belichick's defenses in almost every iteration of them. Okay, Ben came into the league. He started in 2004, and that was still the Patriots were at the height of that defense that they had. Big Ben has played against every version of the Belichick defense. He's seen it all, man. So, I know people don't consider these things, but experience is important. There's such thing as bad experience too, but in his case, I'd say his resume speaks for itself. Just to educate, I live in horse country, Kentucky, and the term dark horse is pretty racist. Okay, I've never heard of that, but what isn't anymore? So, Omar Alvarado said Roethlisberger, hey Tom, we're not in the same conference. How about some health tips? Did he really say that? That's funny. He's got a good point too. So, damn, $20 super chat from Donnie. Hell yeah. He says, in the spirit of Nightwalker, I'm dropping a 20-kilo bomb on Nick Wright's headquarters. I painted it from AE on it. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks, Donnie. You're awesome. By the way, I went over the old video from our trip. We had some cool conversations, some really interesting stuff. That was a fun time. Salama Pizza. Aaron, do you think it's a fair assessment to say Breeze is a better quarterback than Tom solely because he played with weaker defenses? No. No. Actually, it's the opposite. A great quarterback will make his defense better. So you get less turnovers, less, you know, scoring too fast can even hurt your defense. They need a rest. They need good field position. All those things matter. I mean, any defensive lineman will tell you the secret to being great is having a good quarterback on your team. So I would say, yeah, I don't see how a great defense suddenly makes that quarterback not any good. That there's not really. Whoever said that doesn't know what they're talking about, clearly. Yeah, I mean, everybody's looking for a reason to knock Tom off the pedestal. But it's listen. Tom's career is so ridiculous. It's so above anything anybody ever could have achieved that there, at this point, if you try to argue anything that he's not the GOAT, then you're either one, a complete fool, or two, literally overcome by emotion and hatred for him. And it is interfering with your thinking process. So, I mean, it's shocking, actually, that even with how much he's hated, that people still even say that he's not the GOAT. It's crazy. Yeah, Jake says Colts win AFC South over Houston in 2011 with Peyton, but it would change so many things later. You know, how could you notice that nobody ever makes the argument against Peyton that he was in an easy division? The dude got to leave the AFC East, and then he got dropped into a made up division. And what I mean by that, it's a division that they had to create full of teams that. Okay, Jacksonville Jaguars was a new team. They were still new enough to be considered expansion era. The Houston Texans were literally a brand new team. And the Tennessee Titans were a team that had moved from Houston, so that they went into a complete rebuild and then finally just kind of got back on the rise and then hit another era right after that where they were bad for a while. I mean, that's what happens when Jeff Fisher's your coach and stuff like that. But yeah, nobody ever uses that against Peyton for being in that division. Let's not forget that his home games were in a dome, his away games were in Jacksonville and in the dome in Houston. And depending on what season or what time of the season it was in, Tennessee playing in Nashville can be pretty decent, good weather. So, and I'm not saying this to use against Peyton. That's not what I'm saying. I hate crap like that. I'm just trying to say that why didn't anyone go after Peyton in the same argument what they say that Tom has been in an easy division, because it just shows you the bias. Dennerlin, you made a very good point. You also said that Drew Brees often played from behind, so he could easily get his stats where he was forced to throw. That is absolutely true, and that is a very good point. You can rack up a lot of stats and make yourself look really good when you're having to throw constantly if you're a good passer. Oh, actually, if you're good at throwing the ball and your defense sucks, yeah, you're going to rack up some stats, okay? And we're talking stat whoring from hell. But even that situation, I mean, look what Jameis Winston was able to do. That just shows you now. So now stats have to be seen differently. In 1984, when Dan Marino threw over 5,000 yards, that meant something, okay? But now, these stats have to have context. And the context would be, and the thing that you have to ask is, okay, they threw for over 5,000 yards in the year 2019, 2020 coming up. Does those yards, does those stats match with an MVP, a Super Bowl appearance, AFC, NFC championship, whatever? Does that... Basically, you want the winning to be a product of that. So, otherwise it's meaningless. For example, when Tom threw for 50 touchdowns in 2007, why is that important? That's important because it was paired with a undefeated regular season. So Tom wasn't throwing the ball just to be throwing the ball. When Tom threw a touchdown pass, it equaled victory. It equaled something of substance. That's the difference. If you throw 50 touchdowns and your team is 7-9, I really don't give a shit. Okay? Please don't talk to me about this. It's things like that is why J.J. Watt never got the MVP. Had the Houston Texans been 11-5, 12-4, 13-3, he might have got it. You can't be MVP when your team is garbage. So, $5 super chat from Daniel. See it twice. He says, LOL, VAS, that dark horse remark was a joke. Oh, okay. I can never tell anymore. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I've always heard dark horse as the underdog, the guy who nobody expects. So I need to get a memo or an updated copy of what is what.
Didn't get that memo.
Huh?
You didn't get the memo?
Yeah, I didn't get the memo. If you guys know what movie that's from, good job.
I'm sure he does. Daniel.
Nightwalker says from AE with love. Dannerline says Tom has 3 Hall of Fame careers in one: 01 to 06, 07, 13, 14 till now. And that's actually a video that I have planned is proving that case. So not 2, but 3. Thank you, Donnie, so much, man. I really appreciate your support. Tyree says, people hate Peyton. Respect him. People hate Eli, but respect him. People hate Phillip. Respect them. People hate Russell, but respect them. People hate Drew, but respect them. People hate Tom, but don't respect them. And that is absolutely true, which is so weird. With Tom, they look for every single reason or excuse to knock him. It's always, it's Belichick, or it's the defense, or he got lucky, or it's the division he's in, or whatever. Nothing he can do will ever matter. It will never be good enough. Now, if he wins, Max Kellerman's already seen to it that if Tom does some great things in Tampa Bay, he's already planted the seed of, well, of course Tom did good. Any quarterback, any decent quarterback could have done good with those weapons. Okay? That's coming. So no matter what, he can't win. And if Tom fails in Tampa Bay, oh, see, he hit the cliff. I told you. It won't be that Tom is old as hell, and probably at this point, it should, if it was anybody else, you would expect a bad season out of him. They won't give him that benefit of the doubt. And somehow Bill Belichick has become the hero in all this. I don't know how, but it's weird. Like, Tom has always been a very nice guy and nice to people. And Bill has been downright rude and arrogant towards people. But yet still Tom is more hated. It's crazy. But Tyree, you're absolutely right. It's disgusting. Yep. AFC South has been easy for a very long time. It's nobody ever brings that up. It's so annoying. That's true, salami pizza. That Peyton was a 500 quarterback in his 4 years in the AFC East from 98 to 2001. I'd also like to point out that Tom Brady won a Super Bowl while being a member of the AFC East with Peyton Manning. Just thought that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So that's one of those points that Max Kellerman would make to defend Aaron Rodgers. And then everyone would go, oh my God, Max, he's so smart. He's so good at debating. He's so knowledgeable. Oh, bravo. Idiot. Jake Saunders says, you know when people say Andy Reid should be a Hall of Famer just based off his wins? Gag me. Jeff Fisher is 11th in coaching wins, but everyone trashes him. Yeah, it's just a standard, a double standard. It's everybody loves Andy Reid. Oh, what's not to love about Andy Reid? He's the big, fat, lovable guy. He's like Santa Claus. Oh, Andy Reid is such a great guy. He's so wonderful, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't care. The guy, I have watched Andy Reid single-handedly lose more important games than any coach in history. Where he was the cause. He was the cause because he couldn't handle the pressure. That's not Hall of Fame. You're telling me you want to put him in the same area as Paul Brown?
The best.
Vince Lombardi? Bill Belichick's going to be there? You really want that? Come on. Does Andy Reid really deserve that? You know, one thing I saw Bill Belichick do, and it's either one of the most genius things that a coach has ever done, or one of the biggest happy accidents. And you're all familiar with it. It's Super Bowl 49. And Dante Hightower just tripped up Marshawn Lynch at the 1. And it's now all but inevitable that they're going to score a touchdown. At the time, with the amount of time left on the clock, I thought that we could not afford us stuffing them again and then them finally getting the touchdown after 2 or 3 tries. It's just not a good tactic for us. And I remembered in the Giants Super Bowl in 2011 that we had to let what's-his-face score a touchdown. So we let him walk in so we could get the ball back. And that is what I was thinking. But they kept showing a close-up of Bill Belichick, and he wasn't calling a timeout. And I know you guys know this story, but I remember yelling at the TV, saying, why aren't you calling a timeout? What the hell are you doing? I mean, I was losing my mind. I'm sure a lot of you guys were probably. He didn't call a timeout. And they went on the field, they ran their offense, they passed it, and then Malcolm Butler picks it off. The rest is history. Now that we know what happened, Bill Belichick tells the story and says he looked across the field, didn't like that they seemed confused or indecisive, and that he liked the personnel package they had, that they were putting. And he basically didn't want to take them off the hook. So the clock's running. They have to score. Let's make them score. And that's his reasoning. Okay? And that's cool. But at the same time, someone could argue maybe he panicked. Maybe his lack of response was him panicking. Do I think so? No. I've heard that. I believe him when he says that he saw something wrong. Do I think he should have called a timeout still? Yes, I do. Tactically, you call a timeout there. But it worked out. Those are moments. The whole point of this is those are moments when coaches go from good to great to legendary. Those are those things. I've seen Andy Reid be in that position so many times where it goes the other direction. So because of him, they lose. And just because you are around a long time, just because you kept your job for a long time to rack up wins, doesn't impress me. There are a lot of Marvin Lewis was the coach of the Bengals for how long? It was at least 15 years, I think. You can rack up a lot of stuff for being a coach for a very long time. Doesn't mean you're anything. Now, I'm not saying that Andy Reid is as bad as Marvin Lewis, okay? But Jeff Fisher, someone just mentioned that. Jeff Fisher's 11th in wins. He's garbage. Everyone knows he's garbage. But that's what you get with longevity. If you can just convince your owner not to fire you because they don't want to pay anybody else, you can rack up some stuff. Case in point, the Bengals. Eddie, $5 super chat. He says, I don't know why, but Rivers is my dark horse candidate. I can just see him blowing up now that he has a solid O-line. Hey, I am not against that. Again, Phillip Rivers, I'm glad you brought him up. Phillip Rivers is another guy that I'm referring to. He got discarded by the Chargers, and they replaced him with Tyrod Taylor. Okay? That is a massive insult. So, if they had gone after, tried to make a trade for Aaron Rodgers or something. I know that they apparently kind of tried to go after Tom, but they lost, so apparently they didn't do a good enough job. If they had gone after Teddy Bridgewater or someone like that, then it's like, okay, I can see that. But no, Tyrod freaking Taylor, if you're Phillip Rivers, you're pissed. And now you're on a Colts team, a Colts offense that was built for Andrew Luck. Meaning good O-line and some weapons inside and outside. There's no reason to believe that Colts team can't be 11-5 or better this year. See what Dwight says, though I did see the confusion on the Seattle sideline that he saw. I still thought they should have, at the time, take a timeout, but you can tell they look confused. Yeah, exactly. I mean, knowing what we know now, yeah, but I think we all agree tactically we would have called the timeout. If any of us was a head coach at the time, we would have called the timeout. That's textbook back right there. But man, I'm glad he didn't. I'm so glad he didn't. Yeah, if it doesn't work out, Nightwalker, then he would have been blamed for it, and that would have been pretty rough. Just like he got blamed for Super Bowl 52, and rightfully so. Super Bowl 52 is on coaching. You lose Super Bowl 52 because of coaching. And then he makes up for it with an amazing defensive strategy and performance the very next year. So, I'm sorry, but Andy Reid's one Super Bowl trophy after all this time, after having one of the most stacked, ridiculous teams I've ever seen on offense. It's just, yeah, whatever. And he didn't even go through anybody to get there. It was just, the boogeymen are gone. Everybody, it was almost like a by default or something. It's ridiculous. But. Whoa. Jalen, you think Tyrod Taylor will be better than Rivers this year? Really? That's a strong statement. Now, I mean, I know that Tyrod has some weapons available to him, but I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, when you got a guy like Rivers with that experience and stuff, and he's going to be motivated, and the Colts have uh, a great offensive group that he can do some damage. You think Chargers did Rivers a solid? Yeah, they might have, huh? Okay. All right. So you guys want to play? We've been doing this for an hour now, and I've enjoyed it very much. Let's get some contestants here. So I'm opening up Skype. Remember the rules. If you want to be a contestant, you have to be on video. So, okay. First up, we have Dennis, the German, the man from Deutschland.
Yeah. Hello, Aaron.
What's up?
Not so much. It's 2 a.m. Almost here.
Yep, 2:30 here.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry, Adam. Try again. I hit the wrong button. I hate when that happens. Oh, Milena?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blood area. Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah. Try again, Adam.
Did anybody call so far besides of me?
Check finally is here.
Yeah.
I think he's the only Legion member from here right now. Okay, Adam, there we go. Jalen is participating. So we got 3 contestants so far. Adam.
Hi.
Okay. Dennis. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Okay, so
because of Jack, that's why your boy's not the best coach ever.
hang on. Adam, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
Yeah, a minute. I'm pretty good. How you been?
Great. I like your hair. Is that a new thing? Is that a
Yeah, that's my quarantine lack of cut.
it's your quarantine? Okay. I figured.
Surface
Yeah.
diet.
Jay,
right.
What were you saying about what coach?
Eli Manning is in the Hall of Fame because of Coach Bill Belichick. If you're going to say, you're basically saying that Eli Manning is proving that Bill Belichick is not the best coach ever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could see that argument. Yeah. So.
Maybe because of Eli's head coach, who was a defensive guy.
Well, Tom Coughlin, I mean, he was under Parcells too, just like Bill.
Guy. Because Belichick was the defensive coordinator of the Giants when they were both there.
Yep. Shaq, are you wanting to play as well, or are you just monitoring tonight? Because I think I can take the fourth person without it freaking out on me. The system thing. So. Yeah, and right now in Bulgaria it's 2:30. So I
2:30
think
in the morning, huh?
you're an hour behind me, right, Dennis?
Yeah, I'm an hour behind you.
Okay.
How's it like? What's it like in the future?
Dark
Dark.
and rainy and perfect weather. Actually, it's been actually cold. Like you wear a jacket outside right now. How perfect is that?
Man, it's hot here.
Yeah, Shaq. Yeah, go for it. Okay, so Shaq is gonna be on, just on the call, but he's not gonna participate. And once he gets in, we'll get
Okay.
it started. Jay, you're sideways again.
Yeah.
It's like making food or something.
So Jay, I've always wanted to ask you, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm furloughed right now, but I was working at the stadium over in the soccer stadium or whatever at the concession stand, and I was teaching swim lessons. But I mean, I'm still certified in that, but I haven't done that in a while.
What stadium? Where at? What city are you in?
DC,
Oh,
the soccer stadium, and it's like right across the street from the National Stadium, but I forget the name of it.
okay, cool. Thank you. Awesome. And Adam, where you been? Do you still do your show, or did you stop doing that?
I kind of gave up on that. I just didn't have the time. I got busy with work over the holidays. We started working a lot more hours, and so I had to kind of back off on it. And then with the pandemic hitting, and it was already late in the football season, I just kind of put it to the side. I might pick it back up if we ever get sports back.
Yeah, I know. My
We
God,
will.
this year
What about
sucks.
the basketball back?
Yeah, when does that start? By the way,
The 31st, like the 31st. Some of the players are bitching that like they don't want to go over to like be quarantined for like 3 weeks. I'm saying get the fuck over it and go over there and play some goddamn games. 'Cause I need to watch sports. But like, yeah,
my God.
If they don't want to play, they should send me their check. I go and play.
Yes. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. That's right.
I'll tell you what. We'll all take just 1% of their check, and we'll go play. How about
Yeah.
that?
I'll take one game check to play all the games.
0.1%.
Yeah.
I'll take one game check to play every single game. Now, whatever team I'm on is gonna lose, but still.
Okay, Tyree Vaughn.
Better than
Holy crap! Tyree Vaughn drops a $30 super chat with no comment.
Okay, props to Tyree Vaughn.
So I think that's the comment.
No comment. What I was gonna say is I've had to work this entire time. The only reason I've had a week off is because we didn't have any parts. We literally could not work.
Hey, where do you work?
You guys, I work for Whirlpool building ovens.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm an assembler, so I put them together.
Very nice.
And I've had to work every day but 1 week. You know, not like literally every day, but you know what I mean. Every scheduled work day, I've had to be there during this whole mess. And
Yeah,
I don't
I
have the
gotcha.
luxury of coming home with my millions of dollars in NBA money.
Me too.
Yeah, none
Well,
of us
they
do.
did say that that you can not go, but you won't get paid.
Yeah.
Like the NBA gave people that option.
Okay, so this is obviously the.
I just hired a boss to go upset or something.
Yeah, I got Tyree. He said Tyree said I have nothing to say. Just love watching Von Allen sports. Let's go! Hell yeah! By the way, we got Milena's little niece who's learning English. We got her saying Von Allen sports. Let's go!
Nice.
That's so
With a Bulgarian accent. She has no idea
There
what
you
she's
go.
saying, but we've got.
Anyone think Tom Brady should have like copyrighted that?
Oh.
He could probably be making a lot of money off of it.
Yeah, you know what? But what's funny is for us, it's almost you have to say it now. If you say Vaughn on Sports, you have to say "Let's go," and then you have to end it with a "Woo," you know. So it's an automatic reaction. So.
What up, Jack?
Boom shakalaka laka.
Hey Shaq, what's up?
Who remembers that song?
Boom.
Come on, I'm not the only one who had
Song-
Shaquille
song
O'Neal's
by
album in the
He
'90s.
has some good songs.
I actually liked it.
There were a lot of covers, but he had some good songs.
So Daniel is now Adam. And Shaq, are you competing or are you just observing?
Nah, I'll just sit back and watch.
All right. Okay, heckle them, make fun of them if they get something wrong.
That'll be easy.
All right.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So you got this.
Oh, just let the damn. I just thought you could just let my point stand from last week.
Oh,
That would...
yeah. Not gonna happen.
Already cheating, huh? What are you, the Yankees?
Tyree, thank you so much, man. You're awesome. I really appreciate that. Why do I have a scoreboard? I'm not playing. Okay. Dennis, Adam, and Jalen. Actually, Shaq, you're not on camera, are you? Or are you just audio only?
You can't see me?
I can see you.
Not through the software. That's what I was talking about.
Oh.
There you are.
Let me...
Oh, cool shirt, dude.
You didn't. I'm glad you finally see it.
There we go. All right. I'm just moving everything. The scores around. And Jay's missing.
Yeah.
But we have a good look at his ceiling.
Yeah. Nice
I'm
ceiling.
sorry, I'm trying to cook dinner.
What you making?
Asparagus, fish, and a baked potato.
Nice.
Okay, so tonight's game I have created it's based off of just quarterbacks, and I'll tell you what quarterbacks you can pick, and those questions will be based on them. But once you choose a quarterback, we stick to that quarterback until all of his questions are gone. Okay? And
Okay.
this is a point system, just 1 point. It's very basic, nothing complicated or anything like that. Now, remember, no cheating, no Googling, none of that. No waiting on the chat. So if you've got the chat open, close it now. Okay. The quarterbacks that you can pick from are Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, and for old school's sake, Joe Montana. Each one of these men, each one, yes, each one of these quarterbacks have a group of 10 questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Do they get progressively harder, or are they just kind of?
They're all mixed up.
Okay.
Yeah, some are hard, some are
Quarterback-
insanely easy. It's just a mixture. So,
Okay.
Can you repeat the quarterback list, please?
of course, Brady, Rodgers, Brees, Wilson, Ben, Peyton, and Joe.
Ben
Okay.
Peyton. Okay.
So who's quarterback for?
I would start with Wilson because he gets so much disrespect in the league. Maybe we
Okay,
can start with him.
but we need to figure out who gets to pick the first quarterback.
Okay.
So what is my middle name?
Allen.
No.
Vaughn.
No.
We're not that good of friends.
My middle name starts with, all right, my middle name starts with a C.
Michael? Oh, okay.
A
Christian.
C. Very close.
Cristiano.
What?
Less close.
Dennis,
Do I look Italian to you?
Shorten what you just said.
Aaron Chris Von Allen.
Okay, I'll give it to Dennis. It's Christopher. Okay,
Ah, okay.
so Dennis, you get to pick the first quarterback. Who you going with?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. All right.
And we just say our names to like answer it. Is this just Dennis questions?
Oh no, all of y'all can participate.
Okay.
So just like
So
we
we-
always do, the first one to say their name. So
Okay.
you guys ready?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Let's
Yeah,
play.
let's do it.
Russell Wilson played his final college season at Wisconsin. Which school did he transfer there from? Duke, North Carolina State, Penn State, or Wake Forest?
Adam.
Jay.
Adam is first.
Wake Forest.
Incorrect. Jay, you were second.
Penn State.
Jay, go for it.
Penn State. Penn State.
That is incorrect. It is. Well, I guess because we've ran out of answers, or because there's only 4, I don't think I should choose Dennis after that, right?
No problem.
I guess that's how we'll do it. So only 2 answers, and then you run out. But anyway, it was North Carolina State.
Okay.
One question. Did we get minus points if we answer not correct?
No.
Okay.
This basically, you're just in a race against each other. So you can go first. By the way, we got 3 right answers. See it twice. Sissy Chubbs and Will Road.
Good
I'm
job.
still trying to figure out what Sissy Chubbs means. I've tried to think about it, and I don't know if what I came up with is appropriate.
The sissy.
Maybe chubby women. I don't know.
Saying Nick Chubb is the
Maybe that's
sissy.
what he prefers.
A chubby is also a reference to other stuff, and if it's done by a sissy, it's a sissy chub. But it's got a Z, so it's plural. Anyway, all right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who did Russell Wilson and the Wisconsin Badgers lose to in the 2012 Rose Bowl? Florida State, Michigan State, Oregon, or Stanford?
Adam.
Jay.
Dennis.
Adam was first.
Oregon.
No,
Correct.
no.
You're right. What made you think you got it wrong after you said it?
I was thinking that was Andrew Luck's last year, and that Stanford went to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah,
But they went.
Yeah, Wilson lost to the Oregon Ducks, 45-38.
That was a heck of a game.
Yeah. So he was one of the actual guys I actually followed in college, or looked at it up his career. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What?
I'm sorry, Sissy Chubbs, for calling you a guy.
What?
She says it. She's a girl, and she has siblings,
Holy
so
shit!
she's a sister. Holy fuck!
What?
There's finally a girl in the chat.
Oh no!
Okay,
Now the chats will go crazy.
I did not see that coming.
Not
Okay.
at all.
Wow.
Hey, maybe she'll call in and we'll have a girl contestant or something. One of
Okay.
these things
Well,
like
yeah.
that.
If I knew you were a girl, I wouldn't have said what I said. So that's cool. I love it. All right. Okay. Next question. Remember, we're still on Russell Wilson. Which round was Wilson selected in the 2012 NFL draft?
Adam.
4.
Adam was first.
The third round.
Correct. Okay, next question. How many seasons into his NFL career did Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl?
3. Jay.
Jay.
3.
What happened?
Did you hear me? I said 3.
Okay, I guess something froze up. Everything went.
Yeah, you
frozen.
froze up when you were talking.
Okay. Wrong. I'll allow one
Okay.
more person to come in. Dennis.
2.
Correct. It was his second season.
Damn.
I specifically remember his rookie year after they lost to the 49ers. He said, "We're going to come back stronger than ever." And I've always envisioned when Jordan held up 6 for 6 championships, and I want to do that one day. And I thought at that time when he said it, nobody will ever have 6 Super Bowls as a quarterback in the NFL. That will never happen. So he's high as hell if he thinks he's getting 6 Super Bowls. And then Tom Brady goes and does it.
I'm not
It's
gonna
like,
repeat what Brady did.
so it's crazy.
Yeah, very.
So how many questions of each quarterback do you have?
10.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is a 2-part question. Well, actually, it's related to Wilson, but not really. Wilson was not the MVP of Super Bowl 48. Another one of his teammates was. Who is that teammate?
Jay.
Jay, go.
Marshawn Lynch.
Incorrect.
Dennis.
Dennis.
I think it was Bobby Wagner.
No.
Oh.
Could have been. I'll get maybe.
It was defense.
It is defense. Adam, you want to try it?
Earl Thomas.
No. Jalen, you want another shot? It's a defensive player.
Yeah, the corner. The begins with an S.
Sherman?
Yeah, sure. Richard Sherman.
No. Shaq, do you know?
Wait, what was the question again?
Who was the Super Bowl of Super Bowl 48, the Seahawks' victory over the Broncos?
Wait, the MVP you mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was Smith, right? Malcolm Smith.
Malcolm Smith, yep.
Man, another linebacker.
Okay. Which season, the hell is that? Which season did Russell Wilson lead the NFL in passing touchdowns? 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018.
Jay.
Jay.
2016. 2016.
Incorrect. I'll allow one more. Adam, go for it.
2017.
Correct. Okay. How many touchdowns did Russell Wilson throw in the Seahawks' loss in Super Bowl 49?
Come on, Dennis.
Adam,
go for it.
2.
Correct. 2.
One to that guy. What was his name? Chris Matthews.
Yeah,
and I think
the guy
other
who was
two,
working at Foot Locker before. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You
And
guys ready?
the other two, Doug Baldwin.
Yeah.
Remember when he took a dump on the field and
Yeah,
then
the
he
other
didn't
was-
show it?
Yeah, because Darrelle Revis got blocked out by the referee.
Yep. And then Richard Sherman was like,
Yeah, that didn't end well for him, did it?
nope.
Nope.
Okay. Which baseball team drafted Russell Wilson in the 2010 Major League Baseball draft?
Adam.
Adam.
Detroit.
I can give you guys some selections if you want. Colorado
Yes.
Rockies, New York Yankees, Seattle Mariners, Texas Rangers.
Jay,
Dennis.
Jay.
Texas Rangers.
Wrong. Dennis, you were next.
New York Yankees.
Wrong.
Ah, okay.
Colorado Rockies.
I had the wrong quarterback. It was Mahomes that was drafted by the Tigers.
Actually, I
He was
didn't know
on the
that.
Yankees farm system, though.
Okay. In Wilson's rookie season, he threw a controversial touchdown against the Green Bay Packers. Who caught that Hail Mary to win the Seahawks game?
His name.
You guys remember this, right?
Yeah.
The Hail Mary?
Right.
The Fail Mary. Dennis.
I don't remember this at all.
Dennis, go.
I just go with Baldwin.
Wrong.
People in the chat have it right. Don't look at the chat, though.
I don't remember his
I
name.
can't see the chat.
Yeah, I don't have the chat pulled up.
Well, his name makes you think of peeing on someone.
Ah, then I know it.
What?
Now I know it.
R. Kelly?
That's good.
Oh, I know it. Was it
Dennis-
Golden Tate?
Dennis, did you call in?
Yeah, I answered. I said Baldwin, and then you gave the hind, and I just don't want to answer a second time.
Oh, okay. Adam's right. It's Golden Tate. I always think of Golden Shower when I hear his name.
Are
All right.
most of them related to his college career?
I'm learning more about Von Allen than I ever wanted to know.
Oh,
Almost.
no, it's not me. Okay, what number did Wilson wear while at Wisconsin? The number 3?
Adam,
9? Adam, go.
3.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Incorrect.
I'd like to hear the choices.
Number 16, number 19, number 5.
Jay,
Jay,
5.
wrong. He wore number 16.
I forgot
Okay.
he wore 16.
So now we can move on to a new quarterback if you guys want, but you're going to see who gets to pick the quarterback, you're going to have to answer another question.
Okay.
What month and year did Von Allen Sports begin on YouTube?
Wow, what an egotistical question.
How's that egotistical? Some of you guys have been
You.
subscribers since then, so I thought you might remember.
And it's on his about page. All you have to do is, well, don't look at it, but it's on his about page.
I can't see it. All I see is a Skype screen.
Yeah, I can't. I've got it.
Oh damn.
March of 2019.
No.
No. Someone in the chat got the year right. Dave got it. Dave 98 got
Yep.
it.
Yep.
It was December
I know
of
the
2018.
year, but I don't know the
Adam, since Jalen has gone full Jalen, Adam, you can pick the quarterback.
We'll go Montana.
Okay. Here we go. Now remember, I will read. Sometimes these have multiple choices, but if you think you know, you can cut me off. All right. But please don't answer unless you know. Just guessing is not any fun for anybody. Otherwise,
Okay.
I'll have to start docking you points for missing. So, which team did Joe play for in college?
You're frozen.
Hold on.
Aaron, you were frozen.
Say it again, Aaron, because you froze.
Which team did Joe play for in college?
Jay,
Adam.
Jay.
Notre Dame.
Correct. Okay, Joe Montana had an incredible game in the 1979 Cotton Bowl, which was dubbed the Chicken Soup Game. Who did Joe and Notre Dame come from behind to defeat? The Auburn Tigers, Houston Cougars, the Pitt Panthers, Texas Longhorns.
Jay,
Jay, go for it.
Pitt.
Nope.
Adam.
Adam,
Houston.
correct. Did you know that, or you
Good
just
job,
guessing?
Adam.
Yeah, I was fairly confident it was Houston.
Okay. Which round was Joe Montana selected in the 1979 NFL Draft?
Dennis,
Go for it, Dennis.
second round.
No.
Jay,
Jay,
I want to say fourth.
nope.
Dang.
There's still 5 more rounds to choose from.
I want to say he was taken in the first round, 16th overall.
No.
It wasn't.
Hey,
Jay,
Aaron.
sorry.
It's the 3rd round. Come on, guys.
Hey, Aaron. The names on the screen. We can't see Jalen on the
I
screen.
know. I took him off because he's eating on camera.
Oh, okay.
Um.
I'm not
Okay.
smoking on camera.
Next question. How many years into Joe's NFL career did he win his first Super Bowl?
1984. Jay,
Jay,
3.
correct?
Yep.
Nice job, I guess. Did you know that, or is this a wild guess?
No, it was 1981 that he was drafted. He was 1984 that he won the title, I believe.
No, that's not even close to right.
Whatever. Got no-
How many Super Bowls total did Joe Montana win in his NFL career?
Dennis,
Adam.
Jay,
Dennis was first.
4.
Yeah.
Jay,
I told you some of these are going to be easy. And some are not so easy. So
Jay.
can't make it. Jay,
I hope
3.
all in the chat will get it right.
3. Young won the 4th one.
no.
No.
That's incorrect. But I didn't call on you
Wait,
anyway.
how is it not 3?
Joe Montana won
He
4
won-
Super Bowls.
No, he won 3.
Steve Young
No,
won the
he
5th
won-
one for
Huh?
the 49ers.
Oh,
How many times did Joe Montana win the NFL Most Valuable Player Award for the regular season?
Dennis,
Dennis,
I think it's 2 times.
are you asking or telling me?
2 times?
That sounds like a
No.
question.
No, I just.
Are you asking or telling?
No, I'm telling 2 times.
Correct. It's all about how you say it. It's like, are you asking
Oh,
or
damn.
telling? All right, good job. Joe Montana was named the NFL Comeback Player of the Year for 1986. What type of injury was he returning from? A back injury, a concussion, a hand injury, or a knee injury?
Adam.
Dennis.
Adam,
Back.
Correct.
I thought it was back, but I wanted to hear all the answers.
Zach wants to know when is Joe Montana's dog's favorite color question coming up.
What?
I don't have that one here.
What?
Penis. No.
We'll have to get Chris on
Daniel,
that.
that is incorrect. Penis is not one of the options. Next question of Joe Montana. How many interceptions did Joe Montana throw in all 4 of his Super Bowl appearances combined?
Adam.
Jay,
Jay was first.
0.
Correct.
And it should have been 1.
Yeah.
Damn Bengals defensive back with butterfingers.
Absolutely. You ready? How many touchdown passes? What is the most touchdown passes Montana ever threw in a single game?
A single game? Can we get answers?
Hmm?
Can we get answers?
Well, dude, it's either 1 through 6 or 7. It's got to be. I mean,
Okay.
really?
I will take a shot, Dennis.
All right.
I say it's 4.
No.
Jay,
Jay, go for it.
5.
5, man.
Wrong. It's 6. He threw 6 against the Atlanta Falcons on October 14th, 1990.
Wow.
Out of his 4 Super Bowl victories, Montana was named MVP in 3 of them. Which Super Bowl did he not win MVP for? By the way, the 4 that he won was Super Bowl 16, Super Bowl 19, Super Bowl 23, and Super Bowl 24.
Super Bowl, Adam.
Adam, go.
Super Bowl 24.
Wrong.
Jay,
The answer is Super Bowl 23. Dave got it right. Alex Payne got it right. Good job, guys. Yeah, it was. Jerry Rice got the voting, but some argue that Montana should have got that one too.
Bayless argues that.
I don't know. I don't see how Jerry Rice doesn't get MVP for that game, but that's just me. Okay, that is all for the Joe Montana column.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna ask him what his middle name was.
Why? Why? Why would I ask that?
Oh my god.
I certainly would not have known that one.
For someone who's nicknamed Joe Cool, having a middle name like that is kind of odd.
I hope you asked what Tommy's middle name is.
Oh, Jalen's back now. How cool. Good for you. Okay, Dennis, Jalen. Jalen is no longer eating. That's good. All right.
Yes.
Well, apparently I can't eat on camera, but I can totally smoke a blunt on camera, which is weird.
Actually, you're not supposed to. I didn't know you were last time. That was actually spoken about.
I said it, Aaron. I said it.
Yeah, I for some reason it didn't register in my head, and then after the show, me and Shaq were talking about it. Okay, Jay, you're the only one who hasn't picked a quarterback, so I'm going to let you go next. The remaining guys are Brady, Rodgers, Breeze, Roethlisberger, and Peyton.
Brady.
All right, we're going Tom Brady. Let's find out see what you guys know about Tom. Nothing.
With his jersey sitting on your right.
Yeah.
This is not multiple choice. Which round was Tom Brady drafted in the 2000?
Jay,
Dennis.
Adam.
Jay was first.
6.
Correct.
Pick 199.
Easy.
If you all don't know these questions with the guy who's made the Brady hate saga, then I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe I should have watched the Hate Saga again.
You're at. All right, here we go. Who did Tom Brady and the Patriots defeat to win their first Super Bowl?
Jay,
Adam.
That was kind of simultaneous.
Jay,
Shaq, who'd you hear?
Wow. It was so low. I heard Jay first, though.
Jay, go for it.
Rams.
Correct. Okay, you guys are doing good. What year did Tom Brady and the Patriots go undefeated in the regular season?
Dennis.
Adam was first.
2007.
Good job. You gotta remember, these seem easy, but for other people, you know,
Yeah.
they might get confused sometimes. How many times has Tom Brady been named Super Bowl MVP?
Jay,
Jay, you're first.
4.
Nice job.
Uh-oh, Jalen's catching up to Adam.
Yeah.
What number did Tom Brady wear when he was on the Michigan Wolverines?
Jay. Adam.
Adam was first.
I heard
Okay.
Jay first.
You did hear
I
Jay
was
first?
Yeah, I heard Jay first.
Okay, Jay, go for it.
10.
Good job.
And he wanted to wear it at the Patriots, but for some reason he didn't.
It was taken, and then so they
Yeah.
just
It was taken, and then they offered it to him later, and he started to stick with 12.
they just put it on his locker, and he was like, "Okay, I guess I'm 12." Tom was drafted by a Major League Baseball team. What team is this?
Montreal.
Oh, in
something.
1996. I don't know. Wow.
Adam, guess.
It's the
The
Montreal
Expos.
something.
Anybody calling in?
Adam.
Adam,
Dennis.
Montreal Expos.
correct.
Yeah, that was.
No, and by the way, it was the '95 draft. But Jay, you were saying Montreal. Why
18
didn't you call in?
Because I didn't know the rest of it.
Oh, the
Well,
Expos.
Adam said Expos first. Adam said Montreal first. So.
Oh, I didn't hear him. Okay.
I didn't know. Like I knew it was Montreal something. I didn't know the rest of it though, and I didn't think Montreal was enough of an answer.
Imagine if he played baseball. He was supposed to. They had him as an all-star.
Yeah.
Never be as famous.
Yeah, you guys are quick off the draw tonight. Quick draw. What year did Tom Brady win the National Football League Comeback Player of the Year award?
Jay,
Adam,
2009.
nice job.
Jay.
Jay,
Hey, it was 2000.
Yeah, that's right.
Why
It
are you
was
still
2009.
yelling?
I thought it was
Yeah.
2008.
Yes.
No.
That was
In
another-
08, he got hurt in the
Yeah,
first
you're right.
game against KC.
Right. It was 2008. He got hurt, and then he came back in 2009.
Between the year 2001 and 2004, which year did Tom Brady not win the Super Bowl?
Dennis,
Jay.
Dennis was first.
2002.
Correct. You guys are quick tonight. I like it.
Yeah, I think we're quick when it comes to Tom Brady
Yes.
questions.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
What is Tom Brady's career high for touchdown passes in a single Super Bowl?
Adam.
Adam,
4.
correct.
He threw that against the Seahawks.
That gives you 11. Adam has got a comfortable lead right now.
There's no comfortable leads.
I'm going to name 4 years, and you're going to tell me which year did Tom not win the NFL MVP award. This is the regular season
What?
MVP.
Can you repeat that?
I'm going to give you 4 different years. One of these years, he did not win the regular season MVP. I need to know which one that year is. 2007, 2010, 2013, 2017.
Jay.
Dennis.
Jay.
The third one you said.
2013?
Yeah.
Correct.
2010 was unanonymous.
Yep, and should be the, well, there are other
The
people who
only
probably
unanonymous.
deserved it.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but there's actually been other people in history who probably deserved it too, like Peyton. How the hell does Peyton Manning not get unanimous MVP in 2013? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously,
Yeah,
55
the
touchdowns. That's just stupid.
He's that guy.
I don't think Tom Brady got it when he threw for 50 touchdowns.
He didn't.
Got
He
a
didn't.
unanimous one anyway.
He
Brett
didn't.
Favre got 1 vote
Yep.
Yeah.
that
And
year.
in Peyton's season, Brady got 1 vote because they won against Denver.
I think Brett should have had it that year he was with Minnesota and went like 28-7. But I can't remember if anyone else did better that year. But like that season when he was like the most efficient year ever, he should have had MVP.
Give me just a second. I'm just stretching my legs.
That's what happens when you sit on the chair of doom.
The Stalin special.
Yeah.
Stalin special.
I love that
Oh,
name.
does it have spikes?
You know, one day this chair might go into the Vaughn Sports Hall of Fame if there ever is a Vaughn Sports Hall of Fame.
Just put 10 people in there. That would be enough.
Oh, God, this chair sucks. By the way, as soon as I get back to Los Angeles, I will be getting a proper chair, just like I told you guys I would. I just didn't want to get it here because I thought if I'm leaving, it's a waste. So can't take it with me unless the airline says, "Hey, I can put an office chair in the middle of the."
Well, don't you have like another year or two? Like, don't you have like another year of school before you leave?
Yeah, but I
Just ship it with UPS.
I'd rather it permanently be at my own house. So
You didn't check it. I
okay.
need to check this off.
Right now, we have Dennis with 4, Jay with 8, and Adam with 11. We have 4 quarterbacks remaining: Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, Shaq. Which quarterback should they go with next?
How about Big Ben?
All right, let's do it. You know what? This could really use. Let's see.
Music.
Yeah. Okay. Which school did Big Ben play for in college?
Adam.
Adam.
Miami of Ohio.
Very good. Nice.
He's a red hot.
I didn't know you thought of him like that. Let's see. Adam, something going on with your camera? It keeps going to the side.
I've got it on a stand and the stand's trying to fall down.
Oh, okay.
I'm having to adjust it. I'm trying not to move too much. Sorry about that.
All right, you're good. Okay. Next question. What year was Ben Roethlisberger drafted?
Adam.
Adam.
2004.
Correct. Can you name 2 other Pro Bowl quarterbacks who were in that draft in the first round?
Rivers and Eli Manning.
Very good.
Pro Bowl quarterbacks, Eli Manning. Oh God.
How far did the Pittsburgh Steelers go in the playoffs during Ben's rookie season?
Dennis,
Adam.
Dennis, I think.
they won the Super Bowl.
No, they didn't.
No.
Jay.
Hell no. Jay.
They
Two
lost
thou-
in the
oh,
AFC Championship game to Tom Brady, who eventually won the Super Bowl.
Hell yes.
Actually, to
Damn.
Jude Bledsoe in the AFC Championship game, because Tom Brady started and then got hurt in the first play.
Wrong game.
Whatever.
The Drew Bledsoe game was 2001.
damn.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger game was 2004. And they went 15-1 that year, by the way.
I knew that.
All right. How many seasons into his NFL career did Big Ben lead the Steelers to a Super Bowl victory?
Jay.
Adam.
Jay.
2.
Yes, it was his second.
Wait, that was the question. What year did he lead them to, or was the question how many Super Bowls did he lead them to?
It was how many seasons into his NFL career did he win the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Oh.
Super Bowl 40. That was 2005,
I
right?
thought it was the same answer.
In Detroit.
All right, well, I'll let it go. How old was Ben when he won his first Super Bowl?
Jay.
Jay.
21.
Nope.
He's still one of the youngest.
I'll allow one more attempt from
Adam.
Dennis or Adam. Adam.
24.
No.
23.
23. Wow, you guys are pretty good.
Came on.
I'm just checking it out, seeing how everyone's doing. What the freak just happened? Why are we looking at Shaq now?
Because I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a
Shaq,
sexy
get off
man.
my screen. No.
I'm everywhere.
Okay, this is what I can't stand. You hit one button, and this thing goes nuts. All right.
Oh, hopefully looking at you in chat. House 3.
Oh.
Which Super Bowl victory did Big Ben win the MVP award?
Adam.
Adam,
Super Bowl 40. The first.
incorrect.
Jay.
Jay,
The second Super Bowl he won.
nope. He has never won Super Bowl MVP. Gotcha.
Won the Super Bowl MVP of the first one.
No.
Nope.
James Harrison.
I think that was Heinz Ward. Or,
It was Heinz Ward.
the running back.
Heinz Ward first, and then Santonio Holmes the second time. But actually, earlier tonight in the show, I mentioned this. It just happened to I had happened to mention it.
You know a good question. You know a good question is who threw the coin toss at Super Bowl 40?
What?
Wasn't that
Shaq,
Namath?
repeat it, please.
Who threw the coin toss at Super Bowl 40?
I thought it was Joe Namath.
No, it was Brady. He was representing
Really?
other Super Bowl MVPs. Yep.
Tom
the
threw the
40th
coin toss
anniversary.
at Super Bowl 40.
Yep.
Wow,
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Question for Tom's category.
I don't
That
remember
would have been a
that.
great question.
That
I
would be
really-
in Tom's nice question in Tom's category.
Well, I didn't know
Yeah.
it, so and
Yeah, that would have been the most difficult question ever. In
well,
Tom's
the
category.
guys, the thing is that we didn't have we didn't have any plans for this show tonight, so I just did these really fast, so that's why some
no
were kind of
problem.
simple and some. So
But we found something that you don't know about Tom Brady.
yeah, I did not know about that. All right, back to Big Ben though. How many touchdowns did Ben throw for and the Steelers win at Super Bowl 40?
Adam.
Adam,
0.
nice job.
He had a rushing touchdown.
How many regular season losses did Ben have as a starter during his rookie NFL season?
Adam.
Adam.
0.
Nice. Good job, man.
What?
They lost with Tommy Maddox in the first game.
Yep.
Damn it, Adam. You're really good at this.
Do y'all remember Stump the Schwab?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
trivia.
Who did Ben throw the game-winning touchdown to at Super Bowl 43 with 35 seconds left in the game?
Adam.
Hey!
Adam.
Antonio Holmes.
Correct.
I forgot to say the answer like 2 minutes ago.
All right. That's Ben is done. So I'm going to pick for you. Aaron Rodgers is next.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, we only got 3 quarterbacks left, guys, and Adam's got a 6-point lead. Dennis, you're going to have to do something.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not so fast as the other two guys.
It's not just about being fast, it's about being correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember, if you get it wrong, I can't call on you again. So,
I know.
how many seasons did Aaron Rodgers play football in junior college for?
Adam.
Adam,
3.
incorrect.
Jay.
Jay,
2.
the answer is 1. He played 1 at Butte Community College, which is very bizarre.
Right?
And then he played at another college, but I can't remember.
I didn't even know.
He transferred to Cal, I think.
No, I meant before that.
Oh.
I don't know. That's just what I've got written here. Which NCAA Division I team did Aaron Rodgers play for in college?
Jay.
Adam.
Adam.
Cal Bears.
Be more precise, please.
University of California.
No.
University
Oh.
of Cal. Jay.
Jay.
University of Cal.
No. They're not called the California Bears. Everyone
Yeah,
gets this wrong.
Are they just called Cal?
No.
I don't know. I'm not into college.
All right. Should I give it to Adam, Shaq? It's the California
Yeah,
Golden Bears.
Golden Bears.
Oh. I didn't realize that. I just thought they were the Cal Bears.
What do you think?
I would give it to him because
Alright.
you didn't know that. I mean, people call it that anyway, for short.
I knew it.
Well, aren't they?
Cal on
University
the
of
thing is Cal.
Okay, here we go. What year was Aaron Rodgers drafted?
Adam.
Adam.
Dennis.
2004.
Wrong. Dennis, you were next.
Oh.
2006.
Wrong.
Jay.
Jay.
5.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Alex Smith was number 1 overall.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers went 4. The Packers.
Really hope he can come back to the Redskins.
Okay. Which NFL season did Aaron Rodgers officially take over for Brett Favre as the starting quarterback of the Packers?
Adam.
Adam.
2007.
That is incorrect.
Dennis.
Dennis.
2008.
Yep. Dennis is finally on the board again.
Thank God.
How many touchdowns did Aaron Rodgers throw for the Packers in his win against the Steelers?
In which game?
In the Super Bowl. Sorry.
Oh,
Adam.
Apologies. Adam.
2.
Nope.
Dennis,
Dennis.
3.
Correct. Which year did Aaron Rodgers win his first NFL regular season MVP?
I don't know.
Care to venture a guess?
yeah, Jay. 2011.
That's correct.
Yes.
Well, that took longer than it should have.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty okay. What is Rodgers' career high for touchdown passes in a season? 35, 40, 45, 50.
Dennis,
Dennis.
45.
Very good. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers only lost one game during the 2011 NFL regular season. Which team did they lose to? I'm going to be impressed if anybody gets this one.
Adam.
Adam.
Detroit.
Detroit? It's clever to go with a division rival. It increases your
Yeah,
odds, but no.
Then it's the Giants.
No.
Yeah.
Jay?
The Chicago Bears.
Wrong. I'll allow one more guess because there's so many teams. So,
Jay. Minnesota Vikings.
No. But again,
Chiefs.
it's clever. It's the Kansas City
Was
Chiefs.
it Seattle?
Kansas
Who
City.
was it?
Kansas City.
Wow.
I was thinking that was the first year Detroit had beat Green Bay in like 10 years in Detroit or something like that. I couldn't remember.
What a weird team. What a weird team to beat Green Bay. It's just so odd. Like, to ruin their perfect season.
They did lose to the Lions in that season, but Rodgers didn't play.
Yeah.
That was Matt Flynn.
And he almost beat us with Matt Flynn. They almost beat us. Remember that game they gave us a hard time?
Yep.
Was that in Green Bay or was that New England?
New England. Remember Dan Connolly ran that?
Yeah, I remember the game. I just couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if we were home or away on that one. Okay, guys, we only have 2 quarterbacks left, and Adam has a very commanding lead here.
What's the score?
Adam's got 17, you've got 12, and Dennis has got 7. Come on, Dennis, you got to get double digits here.
Yeah.
It's not that much of a commanding lead. It's only by 5.
Dennis has 7.
No, I'm talking about from me and Adam.
Yeah.
Which
You have to answer at least 5 of these questions.
Yeah, it's not that easy. He's got to go on a streak of 0, and you've got to go on a streak of 5 just to tie the game. So it's not that simple.
So who's left?
Drew Brees and Peyton Manning. I think I'm going to save Drew
Got
Brees
20
for
questions
last.
to go.
So we're going to
Yeah.
go Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning. Which team did Peyton Manning play for in college? Adam.
The Tennessee Volunteers.
Damn.
Good job.
Yeah. That's correct.
How many times did Peyton Manning win the Heisman Trophy in college?
Adam.
Hey.
Adam.
Adam was first.
0.
Correct.
Charles Woodson won it.
I lost my boy Charles Woodson. That's right.
What year was Peyton Manning drafted?
Adam,
Jay.
Dennis.
Adam.
98.
Who did Peyton Manning defeat in his first Super Bowl victory?
Adam.
Adam.
Chicago Bears.
Correct. How many times has Peyton Manning won the NFL MVP regular season award?
Jay.
Adam.
Dennis.
Jay was first.
4.
That is wrong.
Adam.
Adam.
All right.
That is wrong. Dennis, care to venture a guess?
I would say three times.
No.
You got the.
Peyton's won the MVP 5
Dave
times.
98 is killing it.
5 times?
5 times. And not only that, he's been first team All-Pro 7 times.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Freaking
he is
legend.
the greatest regular season quarterback ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, it just to mention, it's not meant to make him look bad or anything, but one of his MVPs he shared with Steve McNair.
Was that 99?
2003.
2003?
Yeah.
I didn't realize McNair was still that good that long.
Yeah, he actually he ended up going to the Ravens and played okay there too for a little bit.
That in Baltimore. Anyway.
What year did Peyton Manning win the NFL Comeback Player of the Year award?
Adam.
Adam.
2013.
Wrong.
Dennis.
Dennis.
2012.
Correct. It's his first year
Yeah, I was off.
with Denver.
Right, because he missed 2011, not 2012.
That's why those are tricky. Those comeback player of the years are tricky because you think, oh, you remember the season that he wasn't there, and then you add on the season in there. You know.
Yeah.
What was Peyton Manning's number in college?
Adam.
Adam.
16.
Correct. Do you know why he changed it to 18 in the pros? Anybody?
I don't remember.
I want to see if the
Was he
chat can
taken?
get this.
Was
Peyton
it-
Manning was
can I
number
guess?
Peyton Manning was number 16 in college, but he became 18 in the pros. Why did he do that?
Was it because somebody had 9 or something?
Oh, can I get? Wait, no, that's Johnny. His number's 18. That's.
Maybe because of. I don't know.
Did one of the other players have 16?
Nope. No, he chose.
Is it something
He
to
chose-
do with his family?
Yes, it does.
I know why.
What?
Because that's the number that his brother wore.
Oh, okay.
His
yeah,
other
that
brother.
sounds-
Cooper was
Cooper,
number
okay.
18, and he had a career-ending injury, and he never got to make it to the NFL. So Peyton
Okay.
changed it to 18 to
Makes
honor
sense.
his brother.
Nice.
And apparently he was the most athletic one out of that family.
Yep, he was the better of the two.
Peyton,
He would have been
Peyton-
less famous because he was a receiver.
yeah. Peyton and Eli have faced off against each other 3 times. What's Peyton's record against Eli?
Jay,
Jay,
0-3.
wrong. I'll take one more.
Dennis.
Adam.
Dennis,
2-1.
wrong. Peyton is
Adam.
3-0 against Eli. Well,
Really?
that's yeah. Okay. Who did the Indianapolis Colts and Peyton Manning lose to? And
Adam.
Adam.
The New Orleans Saints.
Very good.
I was like, oh my god, I hope it's the Super Bowl. I hope it's the Super Bowl. Please be the Super Bowl. Please be the Super Bowl.
Hey, you did it. All right, guys. We only have one quarterback left.
Damn it.
Jay, you've got 12. Adam's got 22, which means you've got to get every one of these right to send this into overtime. So basically, it's up to who's going to not be the biggest loser.
It's
Dennis,
Jalen.
you need 8, or you've got 8. Jay's got 12. Okay?
So you need to pass Jay.
Yeah, so Adam, actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and declare you the winner and let these two battle it out. All right?
God damn it.
Yeah.
Congrats,
Can I
Adam.
get the first one? Can I play for the first one to make it a... Well, I guess he could only tie, so...
Yeah,
If he tied...
if that happens, we'll figure it out, but it's just... I don't think so.
Okay.
So, congrats, Adam. Okay, so Dennis and Jalen, this is for the right to not be called the biggest loser. Oh, we have a super chat from Tyree. Another one. Damn, Tyree. This is a $10 super chat, and he says another one.
Nice.
Another one. Another one.
Tyree's killing it with his comments in his super chats today.
He is definitely the MVP of today's super chatting.
I am going to go ahead and mute my mic.
Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Which team did Drew Brees play for in college?
Jay,
Jay,
Purdue.
correct.
Boilermaker.
Which team did Drew and the Purdue Boilermakers lose to in the 2001 Rose Bowl, which was also Drew's senior year? Washington, Stanford, Wisconsin, Nebraska.
Jay,
Jay,
Stanford.
incorrect. Dennis,
Nebraska?
wrong. It was Washington.
I'm not a college guy.
I wouldn't have known that either. So
Yeah.
that's why I gave you a multiple choice. Tyree sends another super chat, a $5 super chat. He says for Shaq. Do you know what that means, Shaq? Were y'all
I
having,
get $5.
were y'all having a conversation or so? Oh, okay. I get it now.
Oh.
We'll discuss the terms of transfer after the show, Shaq.
Okay.
All right, guys, here we go. Which round did Drew Brees get selected in the 2001 NFL Draft?
Dennis?
Dennis,
Second round?
yep. Nice job. Do you know who drafted him?
Yeah, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yep.
Then the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't
The
gonna.
Chargers.
Yeah.
But they still should be the San Diego Chargers.
They still should be. Yeah.
That's another story.
How many times did the San Diego Chargers make the playoffs in Drew Brees' 5 years with the team?
Jay,
Jay,
3.
wrong. Dennis,
1?
correct. By the way, Tyree, you're taking up. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And let's talk soon, cause yeah. All right, guys. How far
You,
did
Tyree. Thanks, man.
Oh yeah. How far did the New Orleans Saints go in the playoffs in Drew Brees' first season with the team, which was 2006? I remember this game very well.
What year
was raining.
Katrina?
Hmm?
What year was Katrina?
2005.
Dennis. They didn't make the playoffs in his first season.
Yeah, they did.
Jay,
Jay.
they won the Super Bowl.
No. They didn't win the Super Bowl until 2009.
Damn.
The answer is that they lost in the NFC Championship to the Chicago Bears, who went on to lose to the Colts. So actually, the Colts and Saints could have met then instead of later on in 2009. That could have been interesting. Probably
I just
would have
thought
been a
it
better
was a
game.
trick question.
No.
Well, no, I thought that Chicago Colts game was a really good game. It was a kickoff from Devin Hester to start the game to go
That
back a
was good.
touchdown.
That was good.
game.
But after that, I listen, Rex Grossman was so atrocious. It was a foregone conclusion that the Colts were going to win that. So it was almost like whatever.
To be fair, Peyton Manning was being almost just as atrocious. Rex just threw for one more interception.
He was bad too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
I always say Peyton won that Super Bowl by default.
Drew Brees won the NFL Comeback Player of the Year award in 2004. What injury did he return from? A torn. Weird.
Aaron and Shaq are frozen in the
Aaron?
Yeah. All right.
Did you got my answer?
Yeah, but I'm gonna read the four answers to you. Torn bicep, torn ACL, broken leg, or he did not come back from any injury.
What? Can you repeat it, please?
The question is, Brees won the NFL Comeback Player of the Year award in 2004. What injury did he return from? The choices are torn bicep, torn ACL, broken leg, or he did not come back from any kind of injury.
Then it's a torn bicep.
Incorrect.
Jay.
Jay.
He didn't come back from any injury.
Correct. They gave it out because in the one of the rare cases where coming off a atrocious season and converting that over to a great season. It doesn't happen very often, but it does.
But I thought it was the season where he jumped on the after he jumped on the ball and was traded.
No.
No, that was later.
But I appreciate your knowledge of that, actually. When was the first season that Drew Brees won the NFL Offensive Player of the Year award? 07, 08, 09, or 10?
Jay. 08.
That is correct. Come on, Dennis. Make it interesting.
I didn't know that.
I kind of used process of elimination for that one. I knew 2007 wouldn't have been it.
Right. That's why I paired them with those. I liked those pairings. How many touchdowns did Drew Brees score and the Saints win in the Super Bowl against the Colts?
Jay. 2.
Nice job.
Yes.
How many pick sixes did Peyton Manning throw?
In that same Super Bowl?
Nothing. It was just a chance. It was just an opportunity to mention it. It's kind of like when I get to say Chris Sims is a douche. It's just an opportunity.
Well, you have to say that on every show.
Yeah.
Did
It's
he
required.
Did he throw 2 also?
No, just one. But
Ah, okay.
it gave me an opportunity to mention it. Drew Brees actually scored 7 touchdown passes. Had 7 touchdown passes in an NFL game in 2015. Which team did he do it against?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Yeah, that's not easy.
7 touchdown passes in a single game.
Yeah, awesome.
Brady got 5 and a quarter.
That's some high quality stat whoring right there. You cannot throw 7 touchdown passes in a game without being a stat whore. That just doesn't work.
Yeah, but Brady did
5
it.
and a quarter. Let's not talk about that stat whoring.
I think Brady did it too against the Titans.
Really? I don't
Yeah,
remember
but he
Tom
just-
playing that fourth quarter of that game.
No, but he threw 5 in like 1 quarter though.
I know. Well, the game was still the game.
Okay, I still don't know the answer of the question. I just can guess, but it's
Well, there
So
are a
good.
bunch of teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. It's an NFC team.
okay.
What-
Can I
what's the
take a
question?
stab at it?
Then my guess is incorrect. Would
What?
be incorrect.
What is the question again? Oh, what team did he throw 7 touchdowns against?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jay,
The chat's
the
got it.
Chicago Bears.
No.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't even remember this game.
Well, what would
I just
remember
I just
Buccaneers.
assumed he was stat whoring. I don't
Yeah.
know if he did or not.
I remember it. No, it was a crazy game, back and forth.
I just say Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they were crap. They were crap.
No. Apparently, from what everyone's saying, it was actually a good game. So, for some reason, I don't remember this. All right, it was the
Which
Giants.
team was it?
The Giants. I was giving you guys time to come up with
I don't-
something.
Yeah. Damn it. 7
All right.
touchdowns. Team.
Last question. What was Drew Brees' number when he played for Purdue? I'll give you a hint. It's a double digit. So obviously it can only be 10 through 19. Jay?
10.
No. Two
I
people
take
got it
the
right.
middle. 15.
That is correct.
Nice.
job. Okay. Adam, you can unmute yourself now.
Yeah.
So we have
Yeah, I
Adam
didn't-
would have known all of that question.
No, I wouldn't have.
I think he
knew
would
the
have got
first
he would have got a lot of the college ones. He seems to be very strong in the college area.
Yeah, I knew Washington. I knew he played at Purdue. I couldn't remember. I thought he was 16. He was 16 or 15, and I wasn't sure which one it was.
Yeah, well, a lot of these I didn't even write these questions. These are just research. Like I found these.
Yeah, you
No,
just do a Google search of trivia. and
Yeah,
there you go.
like if I had wrote these questions, they would be way different, and there would be
I
zero
see.
college questions. Okay, like half this crap I didn't even know the answer to. Like the colleges these people played for, I have no idea. I mean, I knew Purdue, but I mean some of the college stats
I would have
and
known
crap.
Michigan Tom if you'd asked that.
Yeah, so
I would have, if you had said, I knew he beat in the Orange Bowl in 2000 on his way out.
so Adam is the victor with 22. It could have been a lot
Good
worse.
job.
That's why I just.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be more interesting to let them two battle out second place.
And that's
Jay
why, that's
has
why
15,
I missed it, so I didn't.
Good
and
job. Congrats, Jay.
Dennis, you did get
Yeah.
Double digits.
stronger.
A lot of you
11.
guys answered a lot of questions.
Guys, that was 70 questions. 70.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Hey, we had to answer in the form of a question, so we got that going for us.
Yep.
I think you gave me a great idea for next week, Adam. I think a Stump the Schwab type of format sounds really good. But we can call it Stump the Aaron.
I'd be back. I'd be willing to play if I'm not got anything else going on. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good job, guys. Like, some were easy, some were really hard, I think.
Yeah, some were more obscure. It's kind of fun because it lets people with it plays to both knowledge bases, people that have only basic knowledge and people that have more deep knowledge.
Right. And now also hearing those questions and hearing the answers, now you know them. So
yeah,
it just, if anything,
Aaron,
it increases your knowledge.
Yeah. 70 questions. I don't think I can remember all of them.
Yeah,
I forgot. I already forgot all college questions.
Well, you're not supposed to remember all of them, but I'm sure there's some things that you'll be like, oh, I know that, you know.
Yeah.
Like the Golden Tate question. That's a good one to remember.
That's a very good
Right.
one.
I had fun. If nothing else, I had fun.
Or that Drew Brees game, where he threw 7 touchdowns against the Giants. I don't even remember that
might
game.
have to go watch.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
That game up.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that game. I didn't know
It's a
Drew
really
Brees
good
was the
game.
one that had the record for touchdowns in the game.
Tiffany shows up. She says, I'm late, but hey guys, yeah. Adam won, and Jay came in second, and Dennis in third, but they all did really good. Actually, Sissy Chubbs, you did pretty well. I kept an eye on you. Dave 98 did good. Actually, all you guys did really well.
It's just fun to have knowledge and be able to use it. Yeah.
Know a lot of them.
Like, I love trivia, and so when you say you're having trivia night, I was like, yeah, I'm there.
Have you seen
Like,
the other games? The other trivia ones that we've done?
Yeah, I haven't been able to. I've seen them on there, but I haven't really watched them, and I haven't been able to participate. This is the first week that I've really been able to participate. With it being the off season, I kind of like to get away from football for a while and just kind of and let my interest, as we get into August and we get into training camps, and then with Corona being the way it is.
It looks like Maria says that See It Twice got one wrong. You suck. You suck.
Good job, Daniel.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Somebody check their Google search history.
Everybody's a winner when you're in the chat.
Right.
It's a lot different when you're playing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, though, like, even if you're not playing, then in your mind, you're like, there's no pressure. So you end up finding the right answer fast. And then when you become a contestant, you're like, why is it that not coming to me? Why is it? And it just changes. Everything changes. It's so weird.
Yeah. Even like sitting here and letting them when I went on mute, the answers were a lot easier to come up with.
Yeah, you were just like, boom, boom, boom. And you're like, damn, what the hell? So.
Right.
Zach says, I got plenty right, but when I called, I was awful. I'm glad this wasn't embarrassing. Dude, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. That's what happens. When you're in the competition, you start second guessing yourself, or your brain like flips out, and you guys seen it happen to me quite a bit. I'm like, why did I say that?
I could do
Like on the
myself in the head for
There was
the answer about Roethlisberger.
the Rodgers one about when he was drafted. I got stuck on Roethlisberger and said 2004 instead of 2005.
Right, and I knew that's what happened to you because we were just talking about 04. And so
Yeah.
clearly Aaron has to be in 05. Because you even answered the question. I said, what other 2 quarterbacks was drafted? And you got Eli and Phillip. So clearly Aaron had to have been 2015. And you knew that. And if you were taking a test, you would have answered it correctly.
Right.
So it's just funny how that works. Right, check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But it's still, I'm so full of useless sports knowledge. It's fun to be able to use it.
Yeah.
I
Well-
don't think it's useless.
I thought mine was useless until Von Allen Sports was created, and then I found out, hey,
Yeah.
it's very useful. So,
Sure.
but yeah, I guess if you're not talking to people about it all the time, then it doesn't really help you much. But for
But I
something
do
like
come
this,
on.
it does.
It is nice to be able to come on here or on the other shows that I go on and have a wealth of knowledge and be able to conversate with everybody and not, as long as we're not like talking, 1950s Eastern European golf, it'll be all right.
Yeah, that would be weird. So,
I tried to think of the most obscure thing I could think of.
that is pretty damn obscure. Eastern European golf? Is that what you said?
I was
Was
thinking.
was that even a thing?
Yeah.
I
Does
meant
that
to say
exist?
soccer.
Milena, do
Don't
they have?
think so.
Let's ask.
Soccer,
Let's
but it
ask
came-
the Eastern European. Milena, do they have golf in Bulgaria? Was it ever a thing here?
It was never a thing. Maybe they adopted it later.
I'm sure they've got a golf course here, but I mean, was it ever a thing when you were a kid?
Never.
No. So,
I meant to say soccer, but I misspoke and said golf.
well, soccer is huge.
Soccer and golf
so,
are not the same sports.
yeah.
I don't know. They're about as equally boring.
I don't think so.
I tell you what, tennis is popular in this country.
I find golf interesting when Tiger plays. I never find soccer interesting.
In fact, Milena grew up with several
Tennis-
girls who became tennis players.
Yeah.
So,
Tennis is very popular in Eastern Europe.
Tennis is a fun sport
Yeah.
to watch.
they're Maleva sisters, correct? Yeah. I think all three of them went pro, didn't they?
Very nice.
They actually have a tennis camp academy here. So. Now
That's cool.
I used to follow hockey. Well, I played hockey, but I also followed it. Big fan. I stopped when they did not have a season, so they didn't award the Stanley Cup because of a labor dispute. And after that, they lost me as a fan. And the reason is because all my time growing up, you're a Red Wings fan? Okay, you're going to have to go. Mute button.
Boston Bruins.
All right. Now, all my life growing up, they told us how great the Stanley Cup was and how important it was. And when I wanted to grow up, I wanted to win the Stanley Cup. Like, I pictured myself winning it and holding it and stuff, just like kids, teenagers do, right? And
Yeah.
when they didn't allow the Stanley Cup to be awarded because of a labor dispute, that's when I realized they don't give a shit about the Stanley Cup. So I don't think so.
Here's a fun bit of trivia. Did you know Canada had their laws changed so that the Stanley Cup can be awarded to anyone? Only professional hockey team in Canada?
Really?
Wait,
Why did they
what
do
law
that?
did they have that didn't allow it to be held by anyone?
I think he
Like,
means
what-
other than the NHL.
Yeah, any other team, any Canadian professional hockey team can hold
In any
hold the
league.
Stanley Cup.
But what law did they have that said no Canadian team can hold the Stanley Cup? You said
No,
they had-
in the event that the NHL didn't play, a Canadian team, any other professional hockey team in Canada can be awarded the cup.
Oh.
It's kind of like the Lombardi Trophy being awarded to a arena football team because we didn't award it to an NFL team.
Or a Canadian League football team or something.
Yeah, either.
Because that's how much the cup means to Canada. That's how much hockey means
but
to
not
Canada.
to the players. So.
Yeah.
So
To
they're,
the people.
they're basically full of crap, and that's what I
Yeah.
get so mad about. It's like if you were a player, a leader rep, you got to come to a deal. You cannot let a year go by where there's no Stanley Cup. That's a disgrace. Even if it's a shortened season, that's fine. Just do it. Get it done.
Yeah. I mean, it's like,
And
if
basketball,
you don't care,
yeah, if you don't care, why do I? And it just killed me as a fan, and I didn't come back to the hockey ever since, and that was a long time ago, guys.
yeah,
I
almost
think
20
that
years now.
2002, right? Or 03?
Or 5.
5? Okay.
5 was the year.
I knew it was a long time, and I never went back to them, and I was one of the most hardcore hockey fans. You know, I knew everybody. I knew all the teams, players.
Hockey went on strike because like no one really cared in America. I was just like, wow, hockey can go on strike and no one gives a shit. If football went on strike, like at that point, I think there would have been riots in America, because there was no football. Like that just made me think that really Americans don't really give a shit about hockey that much.
Not in general, but yeah. Well, not as much at least.
In which state you are.
Yeah. Let's see. Dave asked me who was my favorite hockey team. The Dallas Stars. So I didn't like the Red
Oh
Wings.
wow! See it twice. That was his favorite team too.
Really?
Or is his favorite.
Yeah, and Dallas Stars was actually a team I wanted to play for. So, and I trained and practiced at their facility, and I got to skate with those guys a lot. So I've hung out with Brett Hull, Mike Madonna, all those dudes, Joe Newendike.
Right.
Yeah.
Was Belfour there at the time?
Yep, Ed was there. Darian Hatcher. I mean, this was their best team they ever had. This was the Cup team. Brett Hull was there.
Yeah.
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 So.
A good buddy of mine played with Leon Dreiseitel
Really?
Neat.
here in Germany.
Did you do coke with Belfour? No.
No, but I did have a friend there, and never mind. I just thought about it. I was like, maybe I shouldn't tell that
What
story.
were you about to say?
Yeah. That's funny.
We're
See
just
it
gonna let
twice
that
as Twice as wearing his Stars shirt right now. But there was a guy on the Stars team that was there. His name was Roman Lyashenko, and I didn't even know this happened, but he ended up dying in a plane crash with his whole team a few years later in Europe, I believe, or Russia.
Yeah.
It was
In Russia.
It was,
Russia.
it was a great team.
And he was on that team and was killed. I was like, oh my God, that sucks. Like, it's weird because when you know somebody and hung out with them and then you find that out, it's like crazy.
It was, what was that, 2007? 2008?
Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
They lost their
Yes.
entire team.
Yeah.
Ruth Soule was on that plane. There's a couple of Red Wings alumni, and one of their scouts was on. There was their European scout was on that plane.
Yeah, and it went down in Russia, correct?
I believe so, or the Ukraine or something like that. Yeah, it was somewhere in Europe.
I could ask a classmate of mine.
I can,
She was married to one of the players.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow.
That's rough.
You guys know
That's really
that
rough.
I'm here in Bulgaria. I've been trying to find a place to play pickup hockey. You know what that is? It's
Yeah,
like when you just a bunch of guys get together, usually former players and people who played when they were young, and they just have some fun. I can't find anything. It sucks. So
Surprised. Drop in hot.
New York Giants versus the New England. Oh wait, no, that's not the Super Bowl. Never mind.
Was it a little like drop in hockey or men's league or something like that?
yeah. I wanted to do that because I thought, man, I bet they'd be pretty good here. You know, being Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I'm down here. I'm down here.
But they don't
Do they
seem to
not
have any kind of program for that. I can't find one.
Right.
But when I get back to America, I want to try to find something like that because I miss playing just for the hell of it, you know. So
Yeah, I took up boxing just for the hell of it because I thought, why not? It could be fun.
I bought you 3 crabs. I bought you 3 calves.
what?
And some newspaper. Now this is in plastic bag, but the claws put the whole
Not mine.
crab.
And it's not
Jalen.
me.
Now,
Yeah, typical jail.
Can you give me one of my bottles of water?
Sure.
At least the game was over.
This bag is supposed to go upstairs and we go get this stuff in the closet. I'm not gonna do it today. We're gonna do it tomorrow.
My mom's phone.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the show. So. No, it has nothing to do with that. I promise. I'm just very tired. So.
It's like what, 4 a.m. there now, so
Yeah.
I can understand.
All right. Well, good job, guys, tonight, and
Thanks.
thank you so much for participating. I really appreciate it. And thank you to all of you guys for super chatting tonight. I really appreciate it. It helps so much with the channel, and especially with things that are going on YouTube where I don't know what's going on with the views and stuff, but it's not something weird's happening. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully we'll have some more things to talk about football wise, some current stuff. Okay? All right, talk to y'all later.